Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we have NXT Heatwave predictions. Very fun show for NXT. Obviously, NXT pay-per-views as of late have been really pretty good. I think this will be no different. And how we feel about this?
Yeah, very excited for this. Sol Ruka, someone I'm always pretty excited to see a match from. She's getting a good title shot here for the North American title. Yeah, we're going to get into all the matches. Obviously, we get a pretty good card here.
Yeah, we're going to start off on the pre-show where we do have Carmen Petrovic and Ariana Grace taking on JC Jane and Jasmine Nix. Who do you have taking home the win here?
I will go with JC Jane and Jasmine Nix. Just because they seem to be sort of building them up again. They were kind of gone for a while. Now they sort of just return as this new form tag team kind of. And yeah, kind of see where that takes them.
Yeah, I'm going to take Carmen Petrovic and Ariana Grace. I don't know really too much behind this. I don't really pay attention. Haven't been paying attention too much to this storyline, but yeah, I think they get the win here. But yeah, on the first match of the regular show, we do have the NXT Tag Team Champions on the line, where Nathan Frazier and Axiom take on Chase U, which is Andre Chase and Duke Hudson. Who do you think will take home the Tag Team Champions?
We'll go with Chase U. Nathan Frazier and Axiom been kind of having a little bit of internal problems. Axiom been mad that Nathan Frazier been taking all these single matches and whatnot, and he's continued taking them even after being kind of confronted about it. So I assume there'll be maybe some sort of split here where, you know, they're not on the same page and something happens maybe. But yeah, we'll go with Chase University.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think there'll be too many title changes on this card. However, I do think this will be at least one of them. I do think Chase U get it done. Like you said, I think Nathan Frazier and Axiom will finally have their breakup and eventual feud. Because I do think that this is kind of how you propel Chase U back into a main TV segment and main, like, just storylines building on NXT TV. So yeah, I'm going to take Chase U to also win this match. But next up, we have a last chance match for the NXT North American Champion, where if Obafemi wins, Wesley can never challenge for the title as long as Obafemi is champion. So it's kind of similar to how we have on Money in the Bank with Damian Priest and Seth Rollins. But yeah, Obafemi, Wesley, North American Champion. Who do you got?
I think I will go with Wesley here. Obafemi has been kind of like Braun Breaker, just kind of looking unstoppable and just unbeatable. And I think this will probably be the time where we do see him get defeated. Because like the match says, if he loses, he can no longer challenge for it. And Wesley does sort of fit that North American title sort of vibe as a champion. Kind of like he just kind of fits the way the belt is kind of represented in a way. Yeah. But yeah, I'll go Wesley.
Yeah, although I do agree with what you say, I am going to take Obafemi here. I think he is kind of getting look like Brock Lesnar, just this big powerhouse who seems almost unstoppable. And I think we'll get kind of a heartbreak loss here for Wesley. I think everybody wants him to win, but he'll just fall just short. And Obafemi will retain and to help build him as an even stronger and even powerful powerhouse in the division. And also with the loss, I would hope this brings Wesley either to the main roster, which I don't think will happen, but at least into that men's world champion title picture, because he's very deserving of it.
Yeah, for sure.
But next up, keeping on the North American Champion, we're talking about the women's North American Champion, where Kalani Jordan will be taking on Sol Ruka. Two of my favorites. I know you're a big fan of Sol Ruka. Who do you have taking on the win here?
Yeah, big fan of Sol Ruka, but unfortunately I do not see her winning it this time. Kalani Jordan just sort of won it at their last PLE, so I don't see her already dropping the belt already, unfortunately. But Sol Ruka will be a future North American title, or North American champion, I should say. She will be a future one for sure, but I just don't think it'll happen tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I think Kalani Jordan just retains here to be her first defense on pay-per-view, so this doesn't make sense for her to lose it just yet. Should be a really fun match, though. Really excited for this. Two very athletic and agile women in this match, so expect some crazy stuff to happen in there. But next up, let's talk about the women's world champion, where Roxanne Perez will take on Lola Vice. Who do you have winning?
Roxanne, obviously one of my favorites in all of women wrestling, honestly. And but unfortunately, I do think she may lose her belt this week. Lola Vice and her kind of been feuding for a while. She's been doing like a lot of kind of dirty things to Lola over the past few weeks of NXT. As far even in the tag team match, she kind of turn on her at the end after they won. So yeah, I do think Lola Vice will get the win here.
I could see with you going for Lola Vice. However, I am going Roxanne to retain. She is probably going to go down as one of the best women's champions in NXT history, and I think a win here, and then what I presume will happen is after the win, assuming everything is right with Julia, I do think Julia will debut finally and kind of target the world champion. I know she's getting some type of like checkup and like second opinions on her hand. I know she has a match very soon in Marigold, so I think there is potential for this to happen, and I also want she's okay and safe to do it, and if she is, would love to see it happen after Roxanne gets the big win.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, for our final match in the main event, we had the men's NXT champion for a Fatal 4-Way match where Trick Williams is defending it against Javon Evans, Ethan Page, and Shawn Spears. Who do you have taking this one?
Yeah, this is kind of a hard pick here. I will say I think Trick is going to retain here, but I literally could see any four of these guys win. Javon Evans is a big up-and-comer. He has a lot of time, so he's probably the one I'm least confident in winning the title with. I think he'll probably win a North American title first, maybe, or even maybe a tag title at some point. But yeah, I just don't see him necessarily winning as much. But Ethan Page and Shawn Spears, they're both vets. They both came over from AEW to hopefully get some sort of big push and hold some sort of goal that they weren't able to hold in AEW. And yeah, this could be theirs, but once again, I think I will go with Trick retaining.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with much everything you say. If they want to take the belt off Trick, this is the time to do it, where he doesn't have to be pinned to lose the belt. However, I do think he gets the win here. I'm a big fan of Javon Evans. I've tried to follow him. I was able to follow him right before he got to NXT. Watched a few matches of his and have become a big fan ever since. He's a guy who, if you never watch any of his matches, he's a guy that you need to check out. A guy I'd put all my stock into, and hoping he comes in the next big thing, and I think he will be. Like you said, Ethan Page and Shawn Spears, two guys who are trying to rejuvenate their career, go into a new company, and trying to make a name for themselves. I could see Ethan Page winning this match. He would be my second pick to win this. But I am going Trick Williams still to take the belt here. And hopefully we get like another singles match between him and Shawn Spears on pay-per-view or PLE. Because I think that would be really fun to watch as well.
Yeah, kind of weird for Ethan Page because if he doesn't win, this will be kind of his third title shot already, and he's lost every single one, including a Battle Royal. Well, I guess he didn't technically lose it, but whatever. But yeah, so kind of we'll feel bad for him if he does end up losing this one, because that'll be another title shot that he does lose. But at least he is in that main event picture. He is getting featured at least, because on AEW wasn't really seeing him. I personally didn't even know who he was on AEW, because yeah, they didn't use him as much. But yeah, so it would be kind of shitty for him to lose.
Yeah. However, I do think we will see some TNA appearance. What do you think? We'll see any?
I mean, we have seen another WWE person kind of go over to TNA. I'm having trouble remembering exactly who it was. Izzy Dane. Yeah, she just kind of showed up, so I could see it happening. But I just don't know who it would be and where it would happen on this card.
Yeah, I would like to think that Joe Hendry might show up on the show. We haven't seen him since the Battle Royal, I believe. And he kind of said in that after he goes to the curtain and talks to Shawn Michaels, he says, I can show up on any show at any time because it's my rules, basically. And I think after Trick wins, similar how we'll see with Julia, with Roxanne, I think Joe Hendry comes out and also makes a big surprise return, debut, whatever you want to say. But yeah, I think we could see a little bit of Joe Hendry. But yeah, that will do it for Heatwave predictions. What match are you most excited for?
I want to say the Roxanne Perez and Lola Vice, just because I did pick Lola Vice to win, but I would like Roxanne to retain. But yeah, I kind of agree with kind of what you were saying about it as well, as far as Julia coming. So I do kind of see Roxanne winning because of that, but I could also see her losing and then just winning it back as well.
Yeah, I think the match I'm most looking excited for is the Kalani Jordan Sol Ruka match. Like I said, two agile, athletic women. I'm taking a lot of flips, hopefully. Yeah, because they're two of my favorites, and it should just be a very fun match. But yeah, let us know your predictions down in the comments below. If you made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.